What's up, guys? So, this is the third and the final part of me changing the clutch by myself for the first time. Oh man, it was the hardest and most challenging job I've ever done on a car, but I also learned a lot. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, here's a quick overview. In the previous parts I was basically fighting with the ball joints to disconnect them from the control arms so I could remove the drive shafts. But there was actually a much easier way to do it, most likely. I'll talk about that later in the video. After that, I drained the gearbox oil, removed the drive shafts and finally took the gearbox out. If you want to see those videos where I did all that, the links are in the description. Now, let's continue with the job. Alright guys, so here's the old clutch. As far as I can tell, the friction material is completely worn out. It's basically gone. For comparison, here's the new clutch and here's the old. Yeah, we also got the new pressure plate and the new release bearing, which comes together with the slave cylinder. Yeah, and I also cleaned everything up as good as I can. The gearbox, also cleaned up everything there, everything is nice and clean. Next, I'm gonna install the clutch disc and the pressure plate onto the engine. Next, we're gonna install the release bearing onto the gearbox, and then comes the hardest part, which is put the gearbox back in. To be honest, I'm still not sure how exactly I'm gonna do this. Yeah, but we'll figure it out as we go. So let's go. So I use this clutch alignment tool to align the clutch disc. Then I installed the clutch disc and the pressure plate onto the engine. Then I also installed the release bearing and the slave cylinder onto the gearbox. After that, I started fitting the gearbox. To lift it back into place, I basically used the same approach I had used when removing it, this barbell bar and some ropes. This time I also used some weight plates, as you can see. My plan was to first raise the gearbox as high as I could using the jack stands, as you can see here. Then I placed a floor jack underneath it and use it to lift the gearbox the rest of the way. If I ever have to do a job like this again, I'll definitely get a proper transmission jack. This setup worked, but it turned out to be really tedious and time consuming. It also wasn't the safest option because the bar could have simply slipped off the jack stands, or the jack stands themselves could have tipped over while I was trying to maneuver the gearbox. I spent the whole day trying to get the gearbox back on, but unfortunately, for some reason, I just couldn't get it to fit. I'm not sure why. Maybe I was doing something wrong, or maybe I hadn't tightened the clutch alignment tool enough, so the clutch disc wasn't perfectly centered. In the end, I had to lower the gearbox back down, which was really frustrating. But then I realigned the clutch disc, making sure it was centered properly, and on my second attempt I finally managed to fit the gearbox. Yeah! I think that was the happiest moment of the entire job. I was so relieved.
I guess that's it.
After that, I bolted the gearbox back up. I even managed to tighten all the bolts to the specified torque, despite the countless hoses and pipes that were constantly getting in the way and blocking access to the bolts. Then I reconnected everything I had disconnected earlier and bled the clutch hydraulic system. I think I'm on track to finish it all today. So what's left? We need to install new ball joints. Next we need to put the drive shafts back in and then fill up the gearbox with fresh oil. And that should be it. By the way, speaking about ball joints, some of you told me on Instagram and TikTok that in order to remove the drive shafts I could just remove those two strut bolts. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't know about it. As you probably know, I'm not a mechanic and I'm only just starting to work on cars. Yeah, but you know what's cool is that by sharing the process, by showing what I'm doing, I get feedback from you guys, and I'm really grateful, and I really appreciate all of you who left those comments. Yeah, and that's really cool. When you see I'm doing some stupid things, you know, doing something wrong, and you tell me, man, stop, do this instead, work smarter. Yeah, so this is really cool. I really appreciate it. Yeah, but now, before I install new ball joints, I need to cut the old ones off. And yeah, why? Because as you can see, these ball joints, they are not bolted up. I need to cut them off to remove them. I mean, these things, I need to cut them off. Yeah, those things are called rivets. And man, what didn't I do to remove those riveted ball joints? I was grinding, sewing, drilling, chiseling, prying, you name it. It was crazy. Eventually, I managed to remove the ball joint from the control arm.
Finally.
But then came another challenge: getting those rivets out of the control arm. If I had removed the control arms, it would have been much easier. I probably could have knocked the rivets out with just a couple of hits from a hammer. But as far as I know, on this car I'd have to remove the subframe first in order to take the lower control arms out. And honestly, that would have been too much. Dealing with the subframe on top of everything else would have been insane. Especially since replacing the ball joints wasn't even part of the original clad job. But in the end I managed to get the ball joints and all the rivets out. Alright guys, here they are, the old ball joints with those rivets completely smashed. Oh man, that was crazy. I spent, I think, the whole day removing them. That's insane. By the way, I was super careful not to damage the control arms while drilling, grinding and doing all that work. So no control arms were harmed during this process. Then I installed the new ball joints, put the drive shafts back in and bolted everything back together. After that I filled the gearbox with fresh oil, and then came the moment of truth, the first start. It was finally time to see if everything worked. Guys, it's hard to believe, but it looks like it's finally done. And so now I'm about to start the engine, drive the car, hopefully it drives, and yeah, test everything out. Hopefully everything works fine. Let's go, let's do this. Okay, we're rolling. I'm so nervous. That's crazy. Okay, so clutch works, brakes works. Gears, shift. Bitte Karte einführen. Karte einführen. Okay, oil okay. Bitte start drücken. Let's start drücken, guys. Are you ready? Let's do this. Alright. Guys, EL start fine. It looks like everything is fine. Oh man. Let me check. Are there any leaks? I don't see any leaks for now. Guys, I just drove the car. Everything is fine. Everything works. Clutch works. Gearbox works. I also checked for leaks. There are none. I installed the under tray. So, thanks God, everything worked out. I'm so glad, guys, that it is successful and that it's finally done. Guys, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me some comment, tell me something, guys. I want to know your feedback. Also, consider subscribing to the channel. A lot of cool videos are coming. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.